I guess I'm kind of bring y'all buzz down a little bit for this one. So I'm gonna jump right into it. If I can remember it. There are stories written on the inside of her mother's womb that she only wrote with her fingertips. These are the hieroglyphs of a fetus that was destined for greatness. But to this day, this goddess can't remember how the story goes, can't remember that far back into her past, attempting to cure her amnesia by reconnecting the line stretched out upon the reflecting glass. Maybe this is how she is to retrace her history. Separating moments with razors sharp enough to pierce the mind. And whenever her mom hits it, she goes back to 69. She never heard them call it coke, so she just called them timelines. Powdered stargates that allowed her parents to forget their greatest constellation. This life must be a consolation prize because they simply ran out of heaven, not enough of it to spread throughout the earth. So one girl experiences hurt like she's reliving her own childbirth, this time pushing herself out of a hole that's too small and into a world that's too big, not knowing that her life is a song. She once held a handful of seeds and whispered all her secrets into her palm, confessed all of her silent wishes into the soil she prays for rain, hoping to one day grow herself a name as strong as her grandmother's, Willow. But this time when they speak her name, their tongues gon' taste of deterioration. Her grandmother sits at the end of a narrow hallway, rocking to her one radio station and over 300 channels on TV. Alzheimer's is taking its toll, so her granddaughter has no ID. She randomly picks names from her most recent memory. Today she called her Dorothy. And even though there's no Toto, it's not hard to recognize when a stranger has landed in Oz. She knows this child doesn't belong here. Hating to send her back to the flying monkeys downstairs, it's safe to say that the rescue party isn't coming because she's been here for 8 years and her survival has been more than impressive. Yet she's slowly injected with self-hatred till it's no longer depressing. She'll be 13 and a manic depressive. And it's already become a part of our everyday lives. Desensitized by lies, so it's no surprise she'll contemplate suicide as soon as age 9. She has carved 9 lines into her arm to resemble her mother's track record. A crash course in reaching maximum high with minimal effort. Pain is a convenient distraction, distracting her from the actions or lack thereof of her parents. She seems to be happiest when she bleeds, so self-inflicted pain becomes routine like eating breakfast, making it that much easier to swallow the Captain Crunch and crack vials, pancakes and powder cakes, if you know what I mean. Normalcy and happiness are pipe dreams, cause only her dreams are pipe dreams, cause only her dreams get stuffed into pipes to make it that much easier for her parents to forget she's even there. We never questioned the mind of the girl with the unkempt hair in the schoolyard, figuring her mother probably just works too hard to concern herself with cornrows and barrettes. Some teachers ask her about the stains on her jeans. Others wonder about her shirts. She says she just likes wearing long sleeves because she doesn't have time to explain to them that the cuts on her arm are her attempts to breathe. She just wanted to look like a tree, to maybe grow tall enough to see a forest beyond her leaves because daddy always leaves, but he's never left the house, writing a new history of abuse on the insides of her mouth. Her grandmother calls her Dora, because every day is filled with self-exploration, mapping out cigarette burns to a false destination of here, finding solace only in the tresses of her grandmother's hair, while the two of them share stories that neither one of them believe actually ever happened here. She viciously unravels the twist as if to find gold in them, confessing to her grandmother how her first kiss was with a girl, because Kira's lips reminded her of how her mother's felt before time got a hold of them, before pipes created permanent folds in them, dry and jagged. Her mother's kisses felt like nothing, secretly wishing her father would rape her, so then she would know that even the worst kind of love actually felt like something more than the silence that echoes off the walls of the back room, so quiet you can hear the lock click as her mother tucks herself away in the bathroom. It's going to be a long night, leading into shorter days. This is the music the devil plays, silence. They never say her name, silence. No violence, just silence. And I can't continue to stand by and watch in silence as her soul is diminished. So I wrote this for her and considered her to be God's poem unfinished. She is the purest definition of truth, which is why her birth date will be my next tattoo, etched into my right arm, inspiring everything I say. So when I drop my pen to write, the blood will flow to my fingertips, catching pieces of her soul along the way. I love her like I knew her. Like with the death of one butterfly, I could have been her. I love her like I was her. I just never learned her name.